Today we are fixing and modifying this petrol tank. Belonged to Barry Burrows, TT rider and owner of Mallory Performance, same guy that does the dyno tuning for Matt Armstrong. As cool as it is him working with Matt, I like to focus on his bike racing because he competes at the highest level, the TT as well as the British Championships. This guy is achieving all my own personal goals and we're going to help him. We're going to help him save a few seconds off his lap times, specifically pit stops. Because that is all the difference between winning and losing at the TT. Most TT bikes have quick release fuel taps, but this one cost him time in a pit stop last year. For example, good job on putting a new one in. But that took 3 seconds. You know, that's 3 seconds on a pit stop is a long time. We want to replace it with this one. Lift up, turn, out. Half the time. Can you see this yellow stuff inside? It's called explosive. It stops fuel slosh and reduces the risk of explosion. And before we do any cutting or welding, we need to get that stuff out. That's going to collect all the shards of metal that I drop into the tank when I'm cutting. And the way we do that is simply pull it out from the bottom. It's literally just a soft sponge that goes inside the tank. So what we're going to have to do is cut a big hole in here, put a new fresh piece of metal in, and then cut a hole in that and put this in. This is an aluminium tank. It's made from a very soft grade of aluminium called 1050A to be specific. What that means is if it's in a crash, instead of it splitting, it will deform and still hold all the fuel. That's the plan, that's the theory anyway. So we're going to replace this area with 1050 and it doesn't need heat treatment after, so easy. So the first thing we want to do is scribe a mark where we want to make the first cut. Now something like that should do it. Now we need to transfer that over to some aluminium. So the quickest and easiest way to cut a circle is to use these aluminium shears. Think of it as a pair of scissors for cutting metal. You can just trim bits away that you don't need until it's ready for grinding. One disc. Now let's turn our attention to cutting a hole out in the tank. It's going to take ages.
Do you know what the giveaway was? If you look at it, the inside from the inside, there's a lot of dents.
So not only are we on a time-saving mission, we're now on a weight-saving mission. So we need to get rid of some of this filler and make way for metal.
That is a lot of filler.
So with some significant material removed, we need to redraw our circles so we can get cutting. So with any job like this, you trim, clean and inspect, and if it doesn't go right, you trim, clean and inspect again, and again until you get it right. Where I've been cutting it, there's all burrs and stuff hanging down the inside, so I need to get rid of the burrs and then straighten out this mess. It's all wibbly and it'll make my welding look worse.
Why are you using the back of your knife?
Because this is a very cool knife, by the way. It's a Cummins knife. It's at the big American diesels. So what I do is I square off the back of the edge with a sharpening stone. So it's just a 90-degree edge, so I can just like scrape things without damaging the blade. And stay sharp.
Makes sense.
Now I'm going to use this funky pliers. It's actually a plumbing pliers, but I use it a lot for fabrication to straighten out all the aluminium just by pinching it like that. So any of the bent bits like this, I can go in and I just give it a squeeze. I do that all the way around and that'll straighten up, making it a lot easier for me to weld to. These are Nipex pliers, or Nipex, whatever way you want to name them. They're actually specifically for plumbing, but I use them for fabrication all the time because I got used to using them and Love them. This little bit of pipe here is called the breather. When the cap goes back on, obviously you don't want the fuel to get out. When the fuel level drops from the use of the engine, it would create a vacuum within inside the tank. This little breather allows air in that side with a non-return valve, so the fuel can't get out through it, but air can get in, allows the fuel to go down. It can't just hang in there because it'll work hard and snap. So that needs to be tacked up inside. It's going to be very difficult to do, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, there's a lot to think about with a job like this. So once the breather's welded back in position, we can start making some plans about how to get the top back in. So to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to put these little baby welds in here to grind back so I can make a little shelf. And that gives me something this plate can sit on. So we give everything one last clean up, empty out the tank, and have a think about how we're going to make this the best it can be. Can't say I'm absolutely happy with it, but it's flat across there. All this is wibbly. The holes are outlined, but we're going to drill them after, so ignore the Sharpie. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for any of our merch, there's a link to the website in the description. And remember, we're a small channel, so the more t-shirts you buy, the more videos we can make. We have a piece on the top. It's a bit ugly, but I've been fighting, like I just can't get the material clean enough because of all the chemicals and stuff that have leached into the aluminium. I've cleaned it as best I can, it just won't weld nice. Anyway, it's in, it's straight. After smacking a new hole into existence, let's give it one last clean before we drill all the holes. Right, we are done, but some of the welds aren't the best because I was fighting contamination and other bits and pieces. They're structurally fine, they hold fuel, but they're really ugly, and everybody knows that a weld is no good unless it looks good. So what we're going to do now is a thing called washing over the weld, and it's purely cosmetic, and I'm going to use a thing called pulse weld as well. It's just because it'll flash of heat and just smooths everything out. This is what's used a lot when you see those really nice welds on Instagram. It's total cheating. Okay. With the final welding now done, we can finally get the new petrol cap fitted. Right, that's all done now. It's going to the TT tomorrow morning, 9 AM, and I am going to Spain. So there is going to be about 2 weeks with no videos, but we are going to Spain to create some new content, and we've got loads of videos coming up soon. So make sure you like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to buy my merch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye Mom.